with that, I also want to understand from you, Vardaini, that once say an athlete has identified that they're going
Hmm.
through something which is not feeling their usual, their normal. You have said that even a small break works wonders. That should also be encouraged, and definitely a big one if it is needed.
Right.
How does an athlete really decide that? Like, should that be their own? Like Ori said, in his case, he was quite clear that he needed a break, so he decided
Correct.
to take one. He got all the support for it from the coach, from the parents, everyone around him. So,
Right.
on an average, how does a athlete identify, that aspect of it? Like, do they come see someone like yourself, like a sports psychologist, or do they just decide for themselves? How do you think that will go ahead?
Definitely visiting a psychologist in such a case is plus, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, like you rightly said, many of them are not self-aware. They don't understand what's happening. So it's better to speak to a sports psychologist, understand from them what would be the next right step. If it's to an extreme where we feel that okay, it may be a little clinical in nature, we can also get in a clinical psychologist who will help diagnose if there is any
Right, right,
additional psychological treatment that is needed.
right.
Because there are cases wherein we may see people who are on mild form of
Mm-hmm,
depression or
mm-hmm.
high anxiety, which burnout can definitely lead to. But yes, 100% visiting a sports psychologist or at least speaking to one will help, so that at least the athlete understands that okay, this is what's happening with me, and it could be a normal thing. It's okay to go through this, and also understand the next steps, like what can be done next. Yeah.